A Corpus Christi procession in one diocese in the Midwest held special meaning this year. It was the first one in Mayfield, Kentucky since December's devastating tornadoes. National correspondent for the Tablet and Crux, John Lavenberg, is just back from Mayfield and joins us now. Hi, John.
Hi, Christine. Happy to be here.
Thank you. So you were there after those deadly storms. 6 months later, how are things looking?
You know, when I was there 6 months ago in December, you get off the highway, you drive right there, and you get to Mayfield. And it was something you'd never seen before, with the destruction that was there, the buildings torn down, and the word that comes to mind about that is just chaos between the government, the National Guard, agencies trying to sort out everything that was happening and just, understand what they had to do. Now, 6 months later, the word that comes to mind is emptiness about what it looked like, because you take that same road and, there's less debris. Some of it's been moved away, but mostly a lot of the debris has just been placed into piles on those same lots where buildings once stood. Some buildings that are still standing are empty and damaged, and then the streets are just empty. So it just crystallizes the long road that lies ahead.
Right, still cleaning up, not rebuilding yet. Bishop William Medley of the Diocese of Owensboro obviously thought it was a good idea to come to Mayfield to have the procession there. What was his message to the parishioners? I know he was talking about the timeliness of the Eucharistic revival.
You know, it's interesting, Christine. When I asked him about this, he talked about that he wasn't originally going to have the procession in Mayfield. And then someone actually said to him, you should go where the Holy Spirit is needed most. And when someone said that to him, his first thought was, well, after what just happened, that's Mayfield at this moment. And so his message to the parishioners was one of, this was Holy Land before tragedy struck, because it was made by God, and even after tragedy, it is still Holy Land. And he just encouraged them, told them that things will get better over time and stay committed to their faith. And though the Eucharist plays a big part in that, in keeping that community together.
And I know it's a largely Hispanic Catholic community there. I know you spoke with a lot of the parishioners. What were they saying to you?
You know, the faith for the people of Mayfield, it's grounded them. It's gotten them through these past 6 months at a time where things have moved slowly after a tragedy that none of them could ever imagine.
And John, this community is getting a lot of support, not just from Catholic agencies like Catholic Charities, but also from other dioceses. Why did people travel miles and miles just to get to Mayfield for this procession? You
know, the reason was largely one, to support the National Eucharistic Revival, but also to support the community of Mayfield. I mean, Kentucky is very big and very spread out, but the Catholic community, especially the Diocese of Owensboro, is very close because it's a smaller diocese in terms of Catholic population. And what was very moving and what stood out was the way these out-of-town Catholics were just as moved by the Mayfield Catholics as the Mayfield Catholics were by them. And one thing I want to note that just stood out to me, Father Eric Riley of the parish there, towards the beginning of the Mass, there was a moment where he got on the pulpit. Of course, it was largely led by Bishop Medley. He got up on the pulpit and he said some words, and he looked out, and overall between the out-of-towners and the locals, there were about 250 people stuffed into a relatively small church, and he just said, it's a good day to worship the Lord, and couldn't help but smile at all those that had gathered there for the procession.
Oh, that's so nice. Nice to see that support there. National correspondent for the Tablet and Crux, John Lavenberg. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Christine. Happy to be here.
Hi, I'm Christine Persichetti, anchor of Currents News. If you like what you saw, please hit the like button on this video. And if you want to see more content just like it, subscribe and click on the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching, because we are putting your faith in the news.